Alright, this one's one of these deals that you kind of have to know what you're looking at. So, you say, oh wow, look, these drawers are... Oh. What's wrong with that? What about this one? Oh, that doesn't seem to be right. What about this one? Oh no. What about this one? Oh dear. So what we're looking at is the side rails have come, the rollers have come out of the side rails. So basically what we have to do here is, it's kind of trickier when you got both of them. We got to get these out of here. So I guess I can do it from under here. You got to reach up under there and you got to get these rollers. So what I'm going to do is going to take the, I'll show it after the fact. There's a rail on either side with a groove in it. The rollers have come out of the track upwards. So it's, the rollers are popping up. So what we got to do is push the sides out, pop these rollers back in there, and generally do that. I'm going to reach up underneath here, pry it out there and push them on in, and then I'll show you what we're looking at. If it's bad enough, I'll have to move the tracks inward so that it captures it and won't let it do this again. Okay, luckily I pulled this one drawer out. If you're familiar with pulling drawers out, you pull them out and you got to reach over the sides and push these guys up to release the latches. Push them down, I mean, it goes like that, and the drawer comes out. And this is what we're looking at, these rollers here. And here's the track for this roller. That roller goes into this track, and you see how that's bent out a little bit, and you can see this one much better. Yeah, how bent it is. So that one flopped out when I was putting it out. I can do this. So this is going to have to be bent. But you can see it's pretty much just cheap. So that's what we're looking at. So what we have to do is got to push that in. In this case, this one is down, so we're going to have to reach in, push this one down into that track as close as we can, and then push the drawer over this way as much as we can on that side, so we can push this rail outward to drop this thing, ouch, to get this one in so we can get this one out. And then once we get this one out, you see this one, I can get at this one under here. There's both sides over there. Put that one over there. Well, let's do this side first. So if I can do this. Alright, hold the light right there. See, it's got to come down. But it's not okay, so that clears over there. So over here, just I'm going by the seat of my pants here. So, alright, I'll hold it right here. So that one's over there lined up. We're going to push it that way. And what we're going to do is push that like that. There we go. Now it's popped in. Now we can get that one out. And then I'm going to push those in a little bit. So usually it's just one at a time does this. So now you pull it out. The little latches in there, you pop that up and that releases it. And then on the other side, get that one out of the way. Now I'm going to reach in there, I'm going to bend these in a little bit. There's not really much you can do other than, if I keep having to come back here, I will move those brackets, pull them, the screws out of them, and then move them over about 1/4 of an inch or so. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here. I can reach in here and pull this one now. I'm going to go over to the other side and see if I can line that one so that it goes down far enough So I can push it that way, because I can get this one easier, and I'll pull this one out and pop this one down. Once I get that out, I'll go after this other one. You just got to reach in, get as good as you can, and pull those out to line them up, and then try to bend those rails, the gliders, whatever you call those, the tracks over. I said, if it gets bad, you got to take the screws out and just bump them over 1/4 inch. And that'll take care of that. If you overload the drawers, that's what happens. And they're just little winky legs on the sides of these things. So, alright, there you go. Alright, I got them all out. If you look in here, you can see the damage done to this one. Somebody pulled it out, it dropped on them. They tried to crank up on the front of the drawer trying to get it back in. You can see what they must have really cranked on it. Scraped up there, but it really bent that sucker, so I got to clear that. And then I'm gonna just pull it over a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that whole back of the thing's just, oh my god. Okay, so anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll straighten that out with my pliers. Push on each one of these things a little bit. I'll just bang on them a little with my hand. Try to bend those things in a little bit. And hopefully it'll last a little longer. Jeez. Anyway, that's about it. I'll put all this back together here. Alright, there they're all back in place. Think, okay, took care of all that. Oh, but silly me. What about these? Ho ho ho! I don't know about that top one, but I can see this one. See a little gap in there. You know that one's toast. So, what we shall do, this one drops, so we're going to take this one out and go up to underneath that. We're going to take this one out since it works, so we can get to this one down here and do the same thing, basically reach over, push them over. Once we get the drawers out, we're going to slap the little brackets over a little bit, hold it tighter. Man, I think I had to do the same thing on the other side of this place for those drawers too. Alright, well, now there you have it. Thought I put the drawers back in properly. And what to look for to see that they're screwed up. Man, just when you thought it was safe to go in the water, what can happen is that. See that? That roller's gotten pulled out away from the side of the thing, so we're going to reach up there and bend that sucker over, pop it in here, pull it out of there, and see if we can straighten it out enough to be usable. Oh, both of them are like that. You can see that. They've both been pulled out. I think I'll do the bottom one first. Pull this drawer out and see what it looks like. Well, this one's pretty much all assed up. Roller's been pushed over. I think I can flatten that out. It's been pulled out of the bottom of this track, so I'm going to get a pair of pliers and straighten that out. Same with this one. And that one. I'll take that off probably. Straighten it up. Be easier straightening it up with it off of there. You know, I came in here for some smoke detectors. This is ridiculous, but that just goes to show you always got to keep your eyes out. And there's always something in here. You can help this whole thing. Anyway, alright. Alright, here we are at the shop. Yeah, my portable shop. Shrek, my golf cart. Good old channel locks. Once again, one-handed. Just enough. I'll tap that down. But this one we gotta straighten up a little bit. Nothing sophisticated. That now makes that flat. That'll go on there. I'll tap that just a little bit here. And do that the same thing on the other side, and they should be good enough for now. Alright, here's the final result. This is the second one. I'm just going to straighten it out. Straighten this out. You'll notice I put it's kind of pushing out towards the side a little bit so that it won't bend in. I just got to make a comment. You know, there are commercial products and cheap crap. I don't know if you know anything about sheet metal, but they cut this thing. They just left the jagged edges on it. That is just sloppy. That'd never fly, pun intended, in aviation. That is just outrageous. And now I'm compelled, I'm going to have to take a file to that because I cannot force myself to reinstalling that looking like that. I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse. Now I'm looking at the bracket on the side of the cabinet. I'm trying to put that top one in after it's all nice and pretty, and it's flopping over as soon as I put it in. Sometimes I feel like I'm on a circle of hell. A can of worms. Look at this one. That is just... I gotta fix that. But here I'm trying to put it in there, and I'm looking at this. Oh, I wonder what the problem is. The whole thing's been out of from alignment, so that little wheelie thing, you just pop right out of here. So now I get to straighten that one up. As you can see, nice and straight. Ah, caramba. I'm never gonna get out of here. What else am I gonna find? Oh man, okay, finally. Holy moly. There we go. Oh, look at that. Still gotta fix that one. Wow. So I got those. Still gotta adjust that top one. All the other ones are working. Oh, caramba. Will this never end? Alright, just pretend you didn't see that. Alright, I bent them in. The other alternative in this case, if I don't move them, the back ones in, would be to shim these, actually shim these out a little bit so that those rollers stick out farther. Oh my god. Okay, that's it. I'm putting that one back in. I'm running away. Except I can't because I got to fix what I came here for. Whew. Alright. Hopefully that's it. Again.